The Triple B Podcast would like to invite you to come break bread with your brothers. If you like what you're hearing on the show, if you think we missed the mark, or if we got it all wrong, reach out to us on social media. We can be reached on Twitter at triple_B_pod or search Brothers Breaking Bread Podcast. We are the Brothers Breaking Bread on Facebook, and our email is brothersbreakingbreadpod@gmail.com. Further descriptions are in the show notes. Like, follow, friend, do all that good stuff. And please, never forget to break bread with your brothers.
How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Brothers Breaking Bread Podcast in the house. Hey.
We're having a little hot back. It'll be good.
Yeah, let's make it happen. Let's not just talk about it.
It's a beautiful thing, man. It's all this blackness, and we all just getting together, playing dominoes, we eating, we drinking.
You know, food is always just the extra, man.
They deprive these people of their basic human rights, you know, and we call ourselves Americans. We're supposed to be above all this.
They'll fake the crisis. They'll make it seem way out of proportion.
We brothers, we breaking bread.
How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up?
Trying to hold it all together, man. Life is moving fast right now, man. So it's good to have everybody come through.
I love that, man. I love it a lot. More than I could say to you guys.
Any one of us senators could yell as loud as we want that Venus can't return a serve. We could yell as loud as we want that Beyonce can't sing. We could yell as much as we want that astronaut Mae Jemison didn't go all that high. But you know what? They got nothing to prove. As it says in the Bible, let the work I've done speak for me. Well, you have spoken. You started speaking as a little girl, watching that man right there try to raise a family and study law while your mama supported everybody. You spoke in high school when you started distinguishing yourself. And you know what you said when they told you you couldn't go to Harvard? Watch me. I went to law school. I didn't serve on the law review. You did. I didn't clerk at every level of the federal court. You clerked for a Supreme Court justice, one widely respected on both sides, which really shaped you. You left there and you went to private practice, and you know what you found? This is what you told me, that you had those tough choices that working moms have to make, the demands of a private law firm, raising your kids. It just didn't add up. You went before this Senate 3 times in a bipartisan manner. God bless America. We don't do that much stuff bipartisan around here. You went to become a public defender because you wanted to understand all aspects of the law. Who does that? We live in a society that's very materialistic sometimes, very, very consumeristic. You went into, do people become public defenders for the money? No.
Hey, what's going on out there, y'all? Triple B Podcast, Brothers Breaking Bread back in the house. I had to stop because I didn't have my picture up. And then when I put the picture up, all I saw was my man, Jeff, holding a big-ass can of Country Time lemonade. I almost started laughing. I love it. I done it. Hey, that shit got water in it.
Right.
I said, I didn't know what was happening, but I said, I know, ain't gonna be no water added to that shit.
No. Not at all.
It is 10 o'clock at night. I know this nigga ain't about to make a thing of fucking Country Time lemonade.
Right. Shout out to 360 vodka.
Shout out. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. We here, man. 10 meters. Zeb the Soldier. Half of the Brother Doom, Joe Jeff. I'm the KC Stork. What is going on, fellas? How we living?
We living. One day at a time.
All right. So let's do some check-ins so we can get it in. How you living, Tim? What's going on, Chief?
Man, I'm doing okay. I'm back in Louisiana now. I was just up in Kansas City over the weekend. and everything was great. I had a great time. Saw some folks that I needed to see. And one quick shout out to Miss Kim. Very nice lady. Very nice lady. She graced me with her
Honey bun cake?
Honey bun cakes.
Oh, snap.
Man, I am a fan. I have never tasted something so heavenly
We're talking about cake, right?
before in my life.
You got the
Talking
cake?
about
You
her
talking
cakes.
about
Okay, I
Kim's
was making sure.
Kim's cakes.
What?
Yo.
Yeah.
So, hold on, man. It's a cake that tastes like a honey bun. That's what we talk about. I'm not getting confused, am I?
It's a cake. It's a cake that she has used honey bun spices and a glaze on it. It's excellent.
It's shit.
Oh man, yeah, that sound fire.
Man, she made two for me. One didn't leave Kansas City, and the other one was clinging on to life till it got to New Orleans. Man,
I'm still tripping off of how heavenly Kim's cakes taste.
oh man,
Wow.
Hey Joe, I know where you're trying to go with this.
I
but-
don't. I'm like, damn, the fuckery is already starting. We are very early in the podcast. We are at the
It's
not the
supposed to be
5 minute
toward the end of
mark.
the show.
Hey, just so y'all know, I had to heavily. No, I had to heavily edit the last episode. I really had to edit the last episode, guys.
Oh, come on.
Watch him out. Watch him out.
Yeah, watch your mouth.
I saw that.
Wait a minute. We laugh at people getting shot on this podcast.
Say what?
I said we laugh at people getting shot on this podcast.
Hey,
dog.
that's one thing. What we laughed at last time, that's the whole other bag, bro.
I'm just saying, it kind of goes
That's
with
a
the
completely other bag.
conversation we had in the
I think
pregame.
it was a little bit over.
We'll handle this in the post game.
Post game.
Bro.
Post game.
We're not gonna talk about that live.
All right.
Right. Anyway, so, but like I said, man, shout out to Miss Kim. She also gave me 2 sweet smelling candles.
Yeah, she did make some good candles, yeah.
And so those nice gifts and everything like that. But other than that,
So are you willing to go on record and say that Kim got the best tasting cakes?
right on. I'm saying, shit, she got.
That's an affirmative.
She got the best tasting cakes in KC, man.
There we go. We talking about cakes. We talking about honey bun.
That's right.
Honey bun tasting cake. Y'all niggas. All right.
Honey buns.
All right, you
She got the best tasting honey buns in Kansas City.
Well, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming through.
I'm sorry.
Chief. I appreciate it.
Honey buns and cakes.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
what's going on, Zam? How you living, Chief?
Damn it, Joe.
You know, man, my sweet tooth is activating. Or something's activating. I ain't really sure. I'm kind of confused. You know what I mean?
My diabetes meter.
But but yeah, man. Everything's cool, man. Got a little bit of good news for myself.
Okay.
Since the last episode, it ain't nothing crazy major, but I am now a legal medical marijuana patient for the state of Missouri.
Oh.
So I got my medical card last week, I think.
All right.
And so yeah, man. So I can now go to the dispensaries and I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Do whatever you want. So
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, man. That's a great thing. The whole time I lived in Denver, which was before they passed the recreational. This was like in 08, 09 rather, is when Obama was sworn, the year he took office.
Yeah, it was the year he took office, right?
Yeah, so they still had the medical thing. The whole time I was out there, I never bothered to get. I went to the doctor's office to get my medical card when I was there, when I first got there. But in my head, I was thinking a normal doctor's visit. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't bring a bunch of cash with me. Because it was just pay right there, you know. I'm thinking I'm going to get a bill and shit. I don't know where my mind was at, you know. And I realized when I went that, oh, shit, I ain't bring no cash with me or, you know, enough cash to pay this bill. And I just never made it back. And so, you know, we passed the law, or the law took effect, I think, last year here for our medical. So, you know, it's been dispensaries popping up
everywhere.
Well, I haven't really been at the crib enough in Kansas City, like especially like in the daytime, to be able to peep shit. But here in Columbia, you know, we definitely been having dispensaries pop up. They got a superstore like a few minutes away from me. So yeah. Anyways, man, I'm happy I went on and finally stopped procrastinating and got that done.
Nice.
And thank you to all the Missouri voters that, you know, helped to pass that, man. The next step is full legalization on the state level, at least.
Yep.
So
in the city, it's like liquor store, check cash, weed dispensary. Liquor store, check cash, weed dispensary.
Straight up.
And them shits look like,
that's a beautiful thing. I love it.
They look like strip clubs. They got them blackened out windows and shit.
I love it,
I was
man.
like, is that a strip club or a weed spot? I can't tell. Then you read the name.
You know what, bro? That's what I thought. That's exactly when I first saw this superstore that we got here.
Yep.
It's called Shangri-La. I rolled by it at nighttime, and like the lighting is like neon lighting, and it's like a pinkish type of color. You know what I'm saying? I was like, is this a new strip club or something?
Yep.
What the fuck is going on over here? You know what I'm saying? I found out like a couple of days later that it was a dispensary. So
not quite a strip club, but
yeah, because they
have your fun.
I prefer dispensaries more than strip clubs, anyways.
Me too.
That was
At least
never
you
my
get
thing.
your money's worth at dispensary.
Exactly. But yeah, man, other than that, you know, everything's been everything. Everything's copacetic. Awesome. Just enjoying this nice wet, you know, as the weather's getting nicer. Been getting outside more, going to the park, you know, getting in some nice walks with the family and all that. So
that's good shit.
Just chilling, man. Just chilling.
Good stuff, man. Yeah, because I agree with you. There's a little spot next to the Aldi's I go to, off of Blue Ridge, a little across the street. And I was like, God damn, why are they gonna open up a strip club right across from the Aldi's? And then it's a weed spot. Okay.
Right.
That makes sense. But good
Get
shit,
your
man.
medical card. Get your medical card.
Yeah, man, get it. It didn't cost that much. It cost, I think I might have spent a bill $50 on it.
Yeah.
You know, all together. I'm eventually, probably at least, I'm probably going to eventually get my grower's permit. But we'll see. I don't have any plans on it in the immediate future, but I eventually would like to get to that point.
All right, sir. Brothers Breaking Bread Weed. Brought to you. All right.
Indeed.
We got the weed. All right.
The Triple B pack.
I like it.
That might be how we fund this motherfucker, really.
Hey.
Yeah, for real talk.
They're like, I don't know what's going on Triple B, but them niggas is real mellow. Joe and Roger ain't argued in a year.
What the fuck?
Oh, good
Shit,
shit.
they don't went from strictly audio to video. He's got camera people and shit.
Nigga, it's just a fog, the whole podcast, nigga. All right, well, good shit, Chief. Good shit. Hey, what's up, Joe? What's going on, man?
Speaking of spring and bud, I did see some flowers budding on the trees today, so
Some good wordplay there.
That's a good thing too.
so spring is officially sprung around here.
Yeah.
Even though it did snow earlier this week, so
I don't get it.
I'm on spring break and just trying to stay, you know, doing some things to stay busy during spring break. So Friday today was the last day of it. Back to the grind on Monday. I got track meet tomorrow. Speaking of spring breaks, and Zeb being in Colorado, I remember I spent a spring break in Colorado one time with that dude. And
yeah.
Bro, I was nervous the whole week, bro. Do not let them niggas kick in this house this week
while I'm here. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
All these damn lamps down here in this basement. What the fuck? I did not.
Like I said,
dude.
as I said, I didn't quite get my proper status while I was there. But it didn't slow. You know what they say, one monkey no show.
Right. So when he gets his grower's license, understand that the nigga is official. He knows what the fuck he's doing. He's been practiced.
You trying to say his basement look like the intro to Belly? A whole bunch of lights.
I'm trying to say it look like Jumanji, nigga.
Oh shit.
You hear that? Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, in the jungle, the mighty jungle. Yeah.
You a fool.
My bad. Go ahead, Joe, my bad.
Roger, what's good with you, man?
Oh man, I'm good. Shit, not much going on. Currently, I'm a Missouri nigga that's having to depend on KU to come through for me and lose a game, so that way I can win this goddamn bracket at the gig. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only person beating me got KU winning it. If KU can get that fucking lose this week, got $110 coming my way. You know what I'm saying?
All right. It ain't happening tonight.
It ain't happening tonight. No. I already saw that. Okay. Come on, Providence, y'all big white ass. Why y'all so slow? God damn.
I did watch the St. Peter's game though.
Oh man,
I caught a little bit of that too.
These niggas, they gonna be. I mean, they gotta lose eventually, but they gonna be the first like fucking 15 to be in the Final Four.
Well, they the first one in the 8.
Yeah.
Like, first one in the 8.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Cause them niggas is balling.
Because remember, losing 15s losing to 2 was new about a decade ago. I think Mizzou was like the second one. You know what I'm saying?
You're bringing up old shit.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah. But outside, I'm trying to think. I think I had an old nigga moment, but had an Archie Bunker moment, but I don't. Yeah, it probably has something to do with working white people. But here we go.
Sound like you're having one right now.
I am. No, we got this this manager at the gig, and I don't know. Do y'all watch Big Mouth on Netflix?
Yeah.
This woman looked like one of them hormone monsters, but not in a good way. And I can't stop looking at her, dog. Every time I be in my head partying. But anyway, yeah. If y'all listening, type in Big Mouth hormone monster when you listen, and then you'll just know that the person that's one of my managers who's worthless, she looks like that. Anyway, all good. Let's keep it moving. Let's get in here.
I'm like, which hormone monster? Because she looked like the dude. Then like,
she looked like the woman. She built like the hormone monster too. So that's not a compliment. Do you know how the hormone monster is built? Anyway,
yes.
Come on, is AC? Hold on, is he still on the boat?
He just said something.
I don't know. I think he out. But I'm not sure.
Nigga, how you sending messages but you ain't on the pot? Nigga, we see you, nigga.
Well, you know what? You didn't put. You usually send like you boot. I didn't see a message at least saying that you was booting up in like 30 or whatever. You know.
Oh my bad. Yeah, that did happen. But I sent the call out. But
you called. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you called. So I that's what I saw.
Yeah, right. Me too. Yeah.
We started off with and I was gonna play Judge Jackson's friend. I'm gonna say that for the end to wash down this bullshit that we about to read and see and everything. Sorry, I adjusted without y'all approval. I'm sorry, but yeah, I was looking at these headlines and I was getting upset. Lindsey Graham storms out of Supreme Court hearing after meltdown on Chairman Durbin. Following 30 minutes of questioning a Supreme Court nominee, Kajana. I'm fucking this up already.
Ketanji. I think it's Ketanji.
Ketanji Brown. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it is.
Senator Lindsey Graham took umbrage with Senate Judiciary Chairman Dick Durbin fact-checked some of his comments about the legal disposition of Guantanamo detainees, leading the South Carolina Republican to start yelling before leaving in a huff. And it's crazy, right? They're trying to use the fact that this woman who served as a public defendant for some time did her job. these detainees from Guantanamo Bay who were seeking representation in the court system, they were assigned to her, and now they're trying to like use against her that she did her fucking job as a public defendant.
Oh.
I mean,
so in other words, they again moving the goalposts.
I don't know if it's moving the goalposts, but it's I guess it is. But a lot of what Graham was upset about had to do with a lot of this Guantanamo Bay shit, which is something like that shouldn't be fucking open to begin with. This black site off somewhere that you just go away forever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah.
As Durbin calmly corrected Graham while looking at his notes, Graham shouted over him, exclaiming, "The system failed miserably, and advocates to change the system like this nominee was advocating would destroy our ability to protect this country." I don't have a Graham voice. Sorry. I went old white racist. Sorry, my bad.
That's close enough.
But
you have to go southern. You have to go southern gentleman when you do it.
No, he ain't no damn gentleman. No.
Well, you know.
And here we go. Here's Graham continue. We're at war. We're not fighting crime. Isn't that what war is?
Pretty much.
Okay. I'm confused. I don't know what I was doing all right. Graham continued, his voice growing more shrill. This is not some passage of a time event. As long as they're dangerous, I hope they all die in jail. If they're going to go back to kill Americans, and understand that a lot of people who are in Guantanamo Bay were never charged or anything. They were basically, here you are in this village.
Just detained.
We're taking all you niggas.
Abu Ghraib.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hope they all die in jail if they're going to go back to kill Americans. It won't bother me one bit if 39 of them die in prison. There's a better outcome than letting them go, and if it costs $500 million to keep them in jail, keep them in jail because they'll go back to fight. I think he should have had my nigga Samuel Jackson do this for him. Hell yeah, they deserve it. I hope they die. I hope they burn in hell. He needed Sam Jackson to come through for him. I hope they burn in hell. Because his bitch ass.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. I should have had that queued up.
At least they would have made it entertaining.
Yeah, I should have had that queued up. My bad. Look at freaking Afghan government made up former detainees that they'll go back to fight. Look at the freaking Afghan government made up of former detainees at Gitmo. The whole thing by the left about this war ain't working. Okay, he lost me there. But
nah, you should brought you want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Yeah, I've been listening.
We use words like honor, code, loyalty.
Hey, I've been listening to other podcasts. Like if me and Joe had time to fucking do drops like that, we would do drops like that. Like on the back end,
all day.
You need me on that wall. You want me on that wall. But yeah, man.
That's how my brain usually works in drops.
Yeah, yeah. And it's crazy, like it's like motherfuckers can't even like acknowledge the fact that it ain't like she went there and propositioned these people like she had like a fucking business card and went to Guantanamo Bay and said, "Hey, if you need legal representation, I'm your gal." Like no, these niggas were assigned
to defender, so apparently she was assigned.
Yeah, these niggas were assigned to her to try to give some legitimacy to this illegal operation that we got going on in Guantanamo. You know what I'm saying? It's insane. And then you talking about in that $500 million, that's per prisoner. That's ridiculous. That's not keeping Guantanamo Bay itself open. It may not be per prisoner, but it might be like one or two. But it ain't $500 million just for the Guantanamo Bay. We talking about money.
It's way more than that.
We got niggas that can't get to fucking work who want to work because gas is damn near $4. But we paying $500 million for one or two niggas who ain't been charged with shit to keep a jail open.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is wrong with this country, bro? We know what's wrong with it. Anyway, we don't get to
and they always want to talk about upholding the Constitution and all that shit. That's why they assigned the motherfuckers defense attorneys.
Yeah. Defense attorneys, right?
Because that's part. Those are some rights that are guaranteed in our Constitution, the Bill of Rights and all that. So
I know. So,
but they can't. The thing is, and this the whole thing, man, is that the thing is that they ain't got nothing legitimate to object, to raise any legitimate objections to her nomination and confirmation. You know what I'm saying? So they got to come with all this bullshit.
So they can't use the obvious. She's a black woman.
You did your job.
Can't use that.
You did your job.
So,
that's what they going with.
Yeah.
You did your job, nigga. Shame.
What the fuck?
I cannot nominate you.
What you doing your job has to do with Senate confirmation.
Hold on. I think we had audio from this shit too.
Following 30.
Oh, I'm not playing this whole thing. Lady, hold on. There he is. Hello.
So I have a methodology that I use in my cases in order to ensure that I am ruling impartially, and that...
So your judicial philosophy is to rule impartially?
No, my judicial philosophy is to rule impartially and to rule consistent with the limitations on my authority as a judge. And so my methodology actually helps me to do that in every...
This nigga ain't even listening. You can tell.
No, he's not.
Right.
He already trying to form the question in his fucking head.
Yeah.
Case.
Right.
You wouldn't
Exactly.
say that you're an activist judge.
I would not say that.
Okay. So we'll have 20 minutes more later on, but here's what I would say. That every group that wants to pack the court, that believes this court is a bunch of right-wing nuts that are going to destroy America, that consider the...
And we talking about packing the court, nigga. A motherfucker step down.
Yeah.
This ain't got shit to do with packing the court, bro. There's a spot open on the team.
Yeah.
We ain't created a spot. And yes, I get that fucking Biden and Democrats have talked about fucking more spots packing. And never mind the fact that motherfucking Trump got 1, 2, 3 of them.
Right.
3 of them.
3
in a row.
We gonna talk about packing the court, man.
And turn one of them seats, right?
Hey, do not leave. If you're gonna start pointing fingers, do not leave Mitch McConnell out of that conversation, because that's the motherfucker who orchestrated the whole thing.
Oh, he's in here. Don't worry, brother Joe. He's in. He
his bitch is coming up.
His bitch ass is in one of these tabs. Don't you worry, brother. Don't you worry.
Don't you worry.
But look, man.
When it comes to court packing, he's a court packing master. That's all.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's a court.
And at the end of the day, the only people that can pack the courts is the president and the motherfucking and the Senate. So, you know what I mean? Because the president nominates candidates and the Senate approves them.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
So no. So I'm not 100% sure on that. The number of justices is not set in the Constitution. We've had different numbers over the years. We had 5 at one point. We had 7 at one point.
Right, yeah, of course.
But what I'm saying is they could go to 11. They could go to 15. I'm not sure that's only on Senate. That might be on the House too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, that aspect. I was just saying, as far as
increasing the number.
You can have groups. You can have outside groups that are advocating for packing the court a certain way, but the only way that it can actually get packed, the only way that any justice can actually become a Supreme Court justice is they have to get nominated by the president and they have to be confirmed by the Senate. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you're talking about what you were just saying about changing the number of seats and stuff, I believe you're right that it is, it's a full congressional situation that has to, come to agreement on that. But but yeah, I mean, so I don't know what he's talking about is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's gonna be. Go ahead, Joe.
Well, what he's talking about is the people who want to change the size of the court are also advocates for this woman.
Yep.
And so he is anti-packing as a conservative.
Oh, so he specifically talks. So when he says the term "packing the court," that he's referring to changing the number of seats.
Yes. So he's saying
I was just taking
the people who want to change the number of seats and pack the court are also simultaneously advocates for Ketanji Brown Jackson. And so he's saying if they are on that, which he considers to be extremist, by proxy, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She is
that she's an extremist, activist judge.
That's the rest what he's drawing here. Yes.
Okay, I see.
Even though he voted for her twice in the federal district. Anyway, never mind. I hate him. We'll play a little more sound for his bitch ass. Okay.
Constitution trash all wanted you picked. And this is all I can say, is the fact that so many of these left-wing radical groups that would destroy the law as we know it declared war on Michelle Childs and supported you is problematic.
And Michelle Childs, I believe that's the woman that he wanted nominated.
Black judge from South Carolina. But I think also Tim Scott, I think, was on that also. Mm-hmm. Or maybe, no, it was Claiborne, the majority whip.
Okay.
And I think Claiborne has switched on it and said, "Hey, I'm good. I'm on the team. I'm with Ketanji. Being a South Carolina man, you know what I'm saying?"
All right.
So I don't know if he's beat that drum for his state or if he's just being a contrarian because
Or he could just be a bitch ass nigga.
Because he's Lindsay. The nigga was born with the name Lindsay, so I mean, you know what it is.
Lindsay, right.
Sometimes it's as simple as...
Isn't that a girl's name?
Yeah, sometimes it's as simple as you just being a bitch ass nigga. And we just got to leave it at that.
Yeah.
All right, we enough sound from that nigga.
There's no more understanding past that.
Yeah. From a bitch ass nigga from the great state of Missouri, Josh Holla. Oh shit, hold on, my bad.
18 years old. You also said to this individual who is an adult, tried as an adult, 18 years old, you also said to him, besides saying that you thought his victims were his peers, you also said there's no reason to think that you are a pedophile. And then you went on to say, again, that's another...
Hey, did y'all see that black woman's face? Hold on.
Yeah. I missed it.
Hold on. That when she drank that water and put it down, nigga, the way she looked at this...
You thought his victims were his peers. You also said there's no reason to think that you are a pedophile. And then you went on to say, again, that's another reason why you weren't going to give him, you're only going to give him 3 months because you had judged that he wasn't a pedophile. And then you said, and this is something I really need your help understanding, then you apologized to him. And I just have to tell you, I can't quite figure this out. You said to him, this is a truly difficult situation. I appreciate that your family's in the audience. I feel so sorry for them and for you and for the anguish this has caused all of you. I feel terrible about the collateral consequences of this conviction. And then you go on to say, sex offenders are truly shunned in our society. I'm just trying to figure out, Judge, is he the victim here or the victims the victims? You're saying that you're apologizing to him. You're saying you're sorry for the anguish this is that we have. You did this to your credit, and sex offenders are truly shunned in our...
The entire record?
Help me understand. I mean, is he a victim? Is that your view here? Is that why you said this? Is that what you meant by it?
Senator, I again, don't have the entire record. I remember in that particular case, I considered it to be unusual, in part for the reasons that I described. I remember in that case that defense counsel was arguing for probation, in part because he argued that here we had a very young man, just graduated from high school. He presented all of his diplomas and...
Ain't there a nigga on the Supreme Court who had similar... I like beer.
No. That's not similar at all.
Well, he was a kid at that time.
He was the motherfucker who did it, and she just ruled on the case.
Yeah. I'm saying there's a motherfucker on the Supreme Court who actually, I'm like, Josh Hawley should understand. Him and I'm sure him and what's that motherfucker's name? Kavanaugh have had a few beers together. He loved beer, so
I like beer.
I like beer.
Yeah, I like beer.
There's another drop.
And certificates and the things that he had done, and argued, consistent with what I was seeing in the record, that this particular defendant had gotten into this in a way that was, I thought, inconsistent with some of the other cases that I had seen. Part of what a judge is doing, as required by Congress is thinking about this case, thinking about unwarranted sentencing disparities, that's in the statute, other cases, other determinations that a judge may have made about this. I don't remember in...
Josh Hawley just took a note to figure out what the word statute means. Because as soon as she said it, he looked real confused and started writing.
He started writing. Like,
detail this particular case, but I do recall it being unusual. And so my only point to you is that judges are doing the work of assessing in each case a number of factors that are set forward by Congress, all against the backdrop of heinous criminal behavior. But the guidelines are no longer mandatory. Congress has not corrected, as you would say, the Supreme Court's determination about that. Just
I like how she keep hitting that Congress. You niggas in here who've been setting these laws and rules and precedences and everything else and agreeing upon and help shape how we rule. You niggas.
Right.
Yeah. You motherfuckers.
Nah, he looked like an old mandatory minimum motherfucker over here, man.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, I think judges should have discretion to look at case by case and determine, you know what I'm saying, this case might not, meet the same criteria as another one and have discretion. She put the man in jail. She didn't put him in jail for as long as, some people would have liked. We felt the same way about old girl in Dallas that shot Botham Jean. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Exactly.
She got a hug. She got a hug in the Bible. And it's in 10 years.
I bet you.
We weren't happy with that either. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
I think you got to take it both ways. I don't know.
Yeah, and I think you're not always going to be happy with a ruling or with a judgment. You know what I'm saying? But I like how she, laid out how she came to her ruling and her judgment. So, this motherfucker here.
And now the bitch. I mean, Mitch.
Bitch McConnell slammed by appalled former GOP counsel for planning to vote no on Judge Jackson. John Jackson appearing. Hold on, is he talking? Oh man, he's talking.
Appearing on CNN on Friday morning, the former.
Oh God, what? Can y'all do
there's no way I could vote for.
I could vote for
Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Y'all know.
Nah, bro, you just say gobble gobble. You know, that's all you gotta say. Whenever you want to say whatever Mr. McConnell's saying, just say gobble gobble.
Y'all know good. Y'all know good and goddamn well. He said Ketanji Brown Jackson. He did not say.
No, I can't. Yeah.
Appearing on CNN Friday morning, former GOP counsel for the House Government Reform and Oversight Committee hammered Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell for his decision to vote against placing Judge Judge Brown on the Supreme Court.
You about to say ketchup Brown Jackson?
I don't know something. Like Zeb said, gobble gobble. I'm just gonna say gobble gobble, nigga.
Ketanji.
McConnell, who refused to allow hearings on Merrick Garland's nomination to the court, added Judge Jackson was the court Packers pick. We talked about it before, though, right? We hate it. Yeah. We hate it. But when these motherfuckers get a talking point, my Lord, you gonna hear it, nigga.
Yeah.
You gonna hear it 100 times.
Yeah, they pound that.
Yeah. They gonna pound it to you.
They pound that nail.
What the fuck does he mean? He is the original quarterbacker. How the fuck is that? If he ain't voting for him, how should the quarterbackers pick?
Right. I don't know. That's what.
That sounds like the pot calling kettle black, man. Really.
Exactly.
That's exactly what it is.
I thought I had a different story. But anyway, yeah. What did he say? Nelson delivered an extensive response. Sophia, Amy Coney Barrett, also well qualified killer again. The ABA had called for an FBI investigation into Brett Kavanaugh. I want to make this very clear about some of the distinctions in the reaction to some of these nominees. I wonder what you thought about Republicans. what they did during this hearing and how they seem to say, well, Brett Kavanaugh was treated very poorly. And that's something else I've been saying, been going around too. Another talking point, Republicans saying that she would be treated better than other nominees. And I'm like, bruh, you got a motherfucker that can't. Yeah, you got Brett Kavanaugh who got all these allegations. You got old Amy over here who I hate to say it, not qualified.
She's not, very underqualified.
Especially compared to Judge Brown Jackson. You know what I'm saying? I can't hear you, Joe. Joe, I can't hear you, bro.
Ketanji.
I just want to say, Judge Joe Brown. Judge Brown.
Nah, ain't it. That's misogynistic right there, sir.
How's that misogynistic? How's it? If I was in front of her, I would not say Ketanji. I would say Judge Jackson or the Honorable Judge Jackson.
It's the Honorable Judge Brown Jackson. KBJ.
Yeah, KBJ. There we go. I go with KBJ.
There we go.
I'm having her name, all names for me for the most part. But at the same time, I'm trying to give respect to the fact that I would not be calling her by her first name if I was standing in front of her.
Right.
I would be calling Your Honor.
Yeah, it was honorable. Yeah, I like it. KBJ. There we go. Everybody else, we got who was it? RBJ. Who's it? What's her name? Ruth. RBG. Yeah. So yeah, we go. KBJ. We first heard here on Brothers Breaking Bread. Anyway, McConnell's a bitch. All these motherfuckers are bitches, and they trying. Fuck moving the goalposts. They trying to move a football field into a basketball arena. Yeah, that's what they doing right now, bro.
Yeah,
they changing the stadium.
No, they changing the game. They changing the football field to a soccer field or a baseball field or some shit.
Comparing this trial to Brett Kavanaugh's is ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Like it's not the last one that was had. The last one was had by ACB.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Amy Coney Barrett, and hers went by like that. You know what I'm saying? They crammed through. Yep. And so she was treated, she was asked questions. She evaded every single fucking question she was ever asked. Like, they probably asked her name. She was like, well, I would tell you.
I would tell you my name, but
technically, when I was born.
I think I was reading somewhere that she was like the first nominee to do that shit, man, to just refuse to answer certain questions.
Really? I don't know.
I was reading something earlier or yesterday or something. I can't remember what I was reading, but I don't know. I don't know the veracity of it. I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't know. I was just reading that.
But I mean, to compare this thing to Kavanaugh, you had the Gorsuch nomination. You had the ACB. Why are we comparing it to Kavanaugh? You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Kavanaugh was accused of something egregious.
Right.
But I get, because you can't really say, like as we pointed out, you can't really say ABC or whatever the fuck her name is. You can't really say that.
Nigga, hold on. You don't went from fucking up names to fucking up initials.
ABC.
He said ABC. He did say ABC.
This nigga went.
Easy is 1, 2, 3.
This nigga, goddamn. ACB, nigga, goddamn.
ABC.
Hey, cue that motherfucking Sesame Street music, nigga. Sunny days. ACB, you can't really, like we put it out, because she didn't say shit, and it's like they're trying to, like, without even discussing the reason why the Kavanaugh shit, and I don't even think it got to a dirty level. They just asking this motherfucker questions, like they asking about that financial shit, they asking about all these other these women coming out against this motherfucker, questions that should have been asked. You know what I'm saying? And they try, but they trying to say, oh, that was dirty, without trying to put out, well, what were the questions asked? And now the media has been so fucking castrated. These niggas don't even ask these questions. You know what I'm saying? Especially on last week, 2 weeks ago when we did that show where it's kind of like these talking heads, and no one asked the question of, so yeah, but why did it get dirty? Didn't this nigga have these allegations? Didn't this nigga, they was trying to figure out how this nigga had like all this debt that just disappeared all of a sudden before he showed up here for this nomination? Right. So, yeah, I'm with you, Joe. It's just like, but it's just like, I don't know, man. The way we allow these motherfuckers to operate and shift and change the fucking, just the game, is so fucking frustrating. And they ain't even slick about it. They're not even slick about it, dog. It's just so heavy-handed. Anyway.
And I don't know. You like, I wish we had the woman on the podcast today. I wish we had Kim and her cakes on today.
Yes, indeed.
I sent her a message. She didn't respond. She might be asleep. She might have overdosed on the couch.
Or Ada. You know what I'm saying, Lady Lavender. But you know what I'm saying. I think from what I've seen across the internet is black women looking at this and seeing how ridiculous it is to see these old underqualified, entitled white men asking questions of this supremely qualified black woman who had to do twice as much as any of her peers to get half as far. You know, it's been frustrating for them to watch. It's been, you know, I haven't had a chance to watch as much. I saw a couple of clips we have here in the chat group. But I mean, it's the old story, man. Yeah.
I heard Cory Booker, part of what he was saying, he says something about he was quoting somebody else, I don't remember who, but he said, you know, to get to where you've gotten as a black woman, you know, you've had to walk backwards with heels on.
Yeah, it was Ginger Rogers. Ginger Rogers said, I did everything that Fred Astaire did, except I did it backwards in heels.
Right. There it is. Right. Yeah. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, what y'all been saying is exactly on point, man.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Speaking of unqualified bitch ass white men.
So as we get into that, these very simply stated questions do not require overthinking. So I suppose another question here, though, is where does this come from? Well, KBJ, Ketanji Brown Jackson, is what your country looks like.
Why does it sound so racist when he say it?
Because he's a racist.
No.
I mean, the question is the answer, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
Oh, that was rhetorical. My bad.
No, thank you. Because, like, nigga, I can smell the fresh cotton on the white sheet that he probably got behind his fucking chair, nigga, when the way he said her name, bro.
Well, KBJ, Ketanji Brown Jackson, is what your country looks like on critical race theory. KBJ is your country on CRT. KBJ, Ketanji Brown Jackson, is an embodiment of the tyranny that we currently live under. He's an ideological, unintelligent, confident fanatic.
Tyranny. Nigga, there's been like, 200 Supreme Court justices over time, and 197 of them have been white men?
Right.
Talking about tyranny. What the fuck is he talking about?
Tyranny. These are audible white tears, Joe. That's what they are. These are audible white male tears, nigga.
This motherfucker was trying to get a guest spot on the Crackers Cracking Crackers, man.
We would have broke character, dog. And we just would have cussed his ass. Smooth the fuck out. Like this black woman is, but here's the thing though, right? She's went to all, when you list all the institutions she's went to and had leadership positions in, you're talking about PWIs, dog, primary white institutions, dog. We ain't talking about, and it shouldn't matter, but how is that fucking tyranny? How is that CRT, nigga? She's going, Harvard, nigga. She's at Harvard.
Magna cum laude from Harvard.
Harvard, nigga. She ain't no Grambling graduate who's even. I hate saying that because that's
damn. You just said all the Grambling graduates.
No. Hold on. Let me explain. What I'm saying is they want to make like the same way they did to fucking with Obama. They want to make her this black, and she may be, but her road to success has been through all these historically white institutions. So what in the fuck is he talking about?
To get to their success. Right.
Well, you notice he don't never, he just throw out the critical race theory. He throw out the CRT, but he don't never bother trying to explain it.
No.
Yeah, explain how she is the poster child for fucking CRT.
No, yeah, he did. He went on to say she's stupid.
Well, he said that definitely open. He's like all these questions that don't require a lot of thought, without, and this is only a 5-minute clip from the show, so maybe he did play some of the questions, but that's the reason why I played her answering that fucking cracker from Missouri, Josh Hawley, because you can clearly see she took a question that was not. I don't think was an easy question, a complex question that requires some thought for her to lay out why she judged the way she judged, and she explained it very clearly. So what in the fuck is he talking about?
A lot of recall. She had to do a lot of recall with that.
A nuanced expression, you know what I'm saying, of what her judgment was. And so this dude, for this motherfucker who was a shock jock, you know what I'm saying,
shock jock for who?
To call one of the greatest legal minds in the country unintelligent, that's clown shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's white people shit.
Like you know what I'm saying? Amy Coney Barrett, okay. Did she have no. Did she have the same background as Ketanji Brown Jackson? No. Not even close. But I'm not gonna call her stupid. No, I'm not gonna say she's not right.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna say she's not qualified.
She's just not.
Yo, chill out, relax.
Everyone.
I'm not gonna say this. I'm not gonna say that she's not qualified for the job. She has an unconventional route compared to other people in that she did not go to an Ivy League school, but she went to a prestigious university in Notre Dame.
Correct.
But to sit here and say this Harvard grad, twice Harvard grad, Harvard Law and Harvard undergrad with a magna cum laude, is unintelligent, man. That's just. You just saying shit to say shit at that point.
And we talked about a couple episodes ago, the only time they shit on Ivy League schools and when it's a nigga who's graduated from an Ivy League school who's about to stand forth and have to represent this fucking nation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But did the same. We talked about it. Did the same thing with Barack Obama. They doing the same thing with her. I'm sure there's countless names who aren't like Supreme Court justice presidents of the United States and shit like that. But the only time you see these schools get any other time it's a white dude or white woman. Oh nigga, they Ivy League graduated. Blah blah blah. When as soon as a nigga,
they hold that shit up on the
left wing.
But what are her SAT scores?
That too. Say LSAT. Hey, no. What is your Iowa basic? What's the shit we used to do back in high school?
ITBS.
I need to see it. I need to see it, nigga. Hey, hold on. What did you get on the presidential? What's that shit we did in gym class? The Presidential Achievement Award? Yeah. I need to know. I need to know. How many times? How far was you able to stretch and touch the end of that board, lady? I need to know.
There were a lot of people who went to Mizzou that scored way better than me on ACT. You know what I'm saying? And watched the fuck out, or didn't do nearly as well as I did in classes. You know what I'm saying? So if she got in the building for having an average SAT score, which I doubt, she probably rocked that shit too.
Yeah.
But she got in the building, or you know, on the campus, and got magna cum laude, made it into law school, and rocked out there, and then got several apprenticeships, including with Supreme Court justices. Shut the fuck up!
Right.
Shut the fuck up.
If you put ACB with this fucking resume in front of court, they'd have had hard-ons all day talking about how qualified she is. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh yeah, no doubt for sure.
Nigga,
they couldn't find
Nigga, this is
number praise.
I almost said it again. ACB. I almost said ABC again, nigga. ACB is, I get it. the Honorable Judge Brown Jackson would have to be Michael Jordan, and then ACB would be like John Paxson. Like, yeah, you made it to the league, nigga, but you ain't Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Your resume good. You went to college. You made it to the league, but nigga.
Yeah, you ain't making it. You ain't being considered for the Hall.
I get it. I get it. I mean, I get it. These white. And what's crazy is we cover these shows. We cover these news clips and shit like that. Mm-hmm. And maybe the people in my job don't. I be watching them. But like I know there are people who I know voted for Trump. There are people who I know, cause we talked about it and we had like deep talks about it and why I didn't fuck with him and shit like that. And they're the same people who come to me and like, oh, I hope she make it. I've read some of her rulings. She seems very reasonable. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm like, who are these people? Right. These motherfuckers who just like she don't deserve to serve. Anyway, man, fuck him. Fuck you, Charlie. Country looks on critical race theory, dog. These motherfuckers is. Oh yeah, did y'all see this shit? This little and this is from the GOP Twitter account.
Wow.
Blue check and all, dog. This ain't some fucking crazy ass person who just made this up. This is the GOP Twitter account who put up a GIF or GIF, however you want to do it, of the honorable judge here with the
Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Ketanji Brown Jackson with the KBJ blacked out, and they scribbled in CRT. This is the fucking GOP official website. I mean, Twitter account, bro. The official GOP Twitter account. Putting this shit out.
How could you fucking be a black person and vote for the Republicans in 2022? That don't make no damn sense.
Right.
No,
this is fucking ridiculous.
And one of my favorite, and I offhand here, but because it's one of my favorite accounts to follow on Twitter is the racism watchdog, and all he does is go woof woof or woof woof woof, depending on how racist it is. This nigga got at least 20 woof 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 woofs in his on the reply. I love it.
All right.
Yeah.
The racism watchdog.
Oh, I love it. Ketanji, man. The Honorable Ketanji Brown Jackson don't deserve this, dog. The official GOP Twitter account.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah.
To respond to what you asked, Joe, to what you said about how can you be a black person in 2022 and vote Republican. My grandfather is obviously a black person, and he's actually not my blood grandfather, but he's my grandfather though. But he's a Republican. He's been Republican for years, for as long as I've known him. And to this day, he still brings up the fucking fact that Abraham Lincoln was a Republican.
Well, he's not alone. They all do that shit. They all
do, right?
They all do.
You know what I'm saying?
I did it on the Colors Cracking Crackers. I did it too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But after watching them blatantly call this woman out as critical race theory, as if she's not eminently qualified, is fucking ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah, utterly.
Like if you say, hey, I am fundamentally opposed to her philosophy and her judicial, you know what I'm saying, demeanor.
Right.
Ooh, I got you. But to say it's critical race theory, fuck out of here.
Yeah, it don't make no sense.
All right.
None.
Like I said, we're gonna watch some of this now with oh my bad, SAC. Nigga, we on? My bad. Damn, sorry. Tell him to call in. Now, somebody.
I'm put a nigga duh.
Oh shit. We're gonna you know what? We're gonna watch some of this bullshit down. With Ketanji Brown's friend, close friend, best friend. I don't know if she's the best friend, but a friend speaking on her behalf.
Chairman Durbin, Ranking Member Grassley, and members of the Senate Judiciary. My name is Lisa Fairfax, I am a presidential professor of law at the University of Pennsylvania School of Law and co-director of its Institute for Law and Economics. Prior to my academic career, I worked at corporate...
Oh, you know what? Never mind. This is the CRT that Charlie Kirk was talking about. These two black women who are in positions of leadership. My bad. I get. My bad, Charlie. My bad. We get it now. Fuck you, nigga.
And securities law at a large law firm. But before that, I was roommate and a very dear friend at Harvard College and Harvard Law School of Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson, who I am so very honored to introduce to you today and to the American people. Ketanji and I met during our first days of college nearly 35 years ago. Those first moments when you wonder if you belong. She's the friend that made sure we all did. A woman of deep faith in God and unyielding love for family, Ketanji defines friendship. She's the friend you're immediately drawn to for their outgoing and friendly nature. As our circle of friends grew, she's the one who became the rock for us all. Even though we are the same age, she is the role model who makes you believe in what she said. You can do it, and here's how. And she showed us how, by the power of her example of hard work, preparation, and excellence that transforms the seemingly impossible into the achievable. Together, we poured our souls into our studies, graduating college with honors, and then doing it all over again when we enrolled and graduated law school with honors. We became sisters and saw each other's families as our own. We both met our husbands when we were students, and we were there for each other as we walked down the aisles, started our legal careers, and eventually our lives as working mothers. My husband, Roger Fairfax, now Dean of American University's Washington College of Law, has described Ketanji's impeccable credentials that's distinguished her at every level of her professional career. He also...
When I say she got her own money, she got her own money. But yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's not missed on me that if this is two white women, two white men talking on behalf of each other, they just shut the fucking confirmation down right there and be like, bring the Bible out. Go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and hurry in right now.
No more to discuss here.
no more discuss here. Wait a minute, both of you law school graduate? Dean of what? Your husband? Your wife?
Yeah, honors.
Oh,
don't
nigga,
forget that part.
Bring the Bibles. Bring the good Bible, please.
in my chat group with Ruben and Shazad, this picture, I don't know if you see it, of her daughter looking at him. Y'all see it, right?
That's her daughter? Yeah.
So Shazad puts that picture up in the group. It says, man, she's hot. I was like, nigga, she a child. What the fuck you doing?
So what?
And so he kept digging. And I was like, dude, put the shovel down. You know what I'm saying? Stop. And so...
Full stop.
Right, all that. And so then he asked Ruben to give him a fucking statement. So Ruben come out there with a formal statement. Let me read this motherfucker. Hold on. That shit was silly as hell. So Ruben came out and says, we have a statement. Mr. Kwabani was under the influence of sleep aid at the time he made the unfortunate comment about Judge Brown Jackson's daughter. Mr. Kwabani has a strong record as a family man and firmly opposed the mistreatment and abuse of children worldwide. Mr. Kwabani will now undertake a period of deep reflection alongside his family in order to better understand his mistakes and learn. We will take no questions at this time, except from that youngest looking female reporter in the third row.
Guy released a statement.
Boy, isn't that the lawyer answer right there? Oh, shit.
Had me giggling, bro.
Man, what the hell was going on, Joe? With what was y'all on, Discord or something?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man! I looked at my fucking text thing. It had like 1 million goddamn messages on that bitch.
Yeah, you be tied to the party.
Man, I'm like, I ain't even gonna try to figure out what the hell was happening.
Well, basically, Shamari and I played the song that you did, well, that you were on.
Yeah, right.
To Jeremy, and Jeremy was like, it don't make sense for him to cuss. He should do it over. And I was like, he's not gonna do it over. It was something that was in the moment. If you like it.
Oh, you talking about my part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was cussing in it. He's like, it was supposed to be positive. Why is it cussing? I'm like, well, shit. Cussing and positivity.
Yeah, are they mutually exclusive?
I don't think they are.
No, not at all.
You know what I'm saying? So Jeremy is like, you can't be positive and cuss. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying?
No, it doesn't.
So
yeah, I don't even understand where he. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
He man, I don't know, man. He trying to. He doing the same shit Shamari did 20 years ago, man.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's all good, whatever. But
it is what it is. But I mean, I was like, but then Jeremy likes to snap too, and then it's like, so he took this shit to the chat group, and I'm like, what the fuck, bro? We had this conversation last night. Why are we still talking about it? You know what I'm saying? And he acting like I'm stupid, like I don't understand his point of view, and I'm like,
right. He ain't getting that you just don't agree.
I just don't agree. I don't agree with this shit. You know what I'm saying? He think I'm saying, like I was trying to explain to him that, you know what I'm saying, he over here talking about, if I'm talking about positive shit, you can't say it in church. You can't say it at the job. Nigga, this is hip hop. We ain't saying this shit at church. We ain't saying it at the job.
Right.
Right.
And how Shamari feel?
Shamari was neutral. Shamari got them born again tendencies too. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I know.
And so he was neutral, but he liked to poke the bear.
Right.
And he was fucking. And so the biggest problem I had was Discord was fucking trash. Like, you know how we talk here, and we pretty much can get everything out, and you don't miss anything. Like, I don't know. I didn't have it on my computer. I was doing it web based, and you would talk, and it wouldn't start. You couldn't hear nothing until like 2 seconds into whatever you say it. You know what I'm saying? So if you say something real quick, you miss that completely. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so I was just getting fucking frustrated with the fucking app.
Right.
And Jeremy you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I was just like, you either like what we did with Zev shit or you don't like it. To ask him to do it again is fucking asinine. To arbitrarily cut out the cuss words is asinine. You know,
you were right. I wouldn't do it again. Number one, I'd just be like, well, don't use it. But I wouldn't do it because I couldn't do it again.
Exactly.
And it be what it is. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I'm saying it. So my thing was, I'm about authenticity. If he cuss saying something authentic, I'm cool with it because we're not playing it in church.
Right.
And ain't every song supposed to be on the radio. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't know. It just, I was frustrated with the app. I was frustrated with Jeremy. I was frustrated with, Shamari started picking. And then they was fucking with me, and I was on the way to meet somebody and work on a project. And, they kept calling me out like, I don't know, man. I just sometimes I'll be like, yo.
What they call, they call like freestyle or something?
Well, no, we freestyle on the app too, but they were I'm talking about in the text thread.
Oh, okay,
Like, Joe, where you at? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so Shamari said something, and Jeremy talking about he got God on his side. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You just cussed in the thread 5 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? What are we talking about?
Da 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 da.
Oh, Jeremy crazy, man.
So it was okay to cuss if you're saying something negative, but if you said something you couldn't cuss. That was the thesis, bro.
You got to put the cussing in the proper context.
Exactly. So if you say something positive, you say cussing it takes away from the positivity. I'm like, nigga, fuck that.
You only can cuss if you're negative.
That's what he was basically putting it as. If you on a song and you saying something positive, you can't cuss.
But if I say I'm happy as fuck, what's that add to the positivity?
Dude,
it means you're not happy.
That's as positive as a motherfucker right there.
Let me. So he was doing that shit. Let me see if I can find a fucking.
Girl, your pussy good as shit, nigga. That's 2 cuss words, nigga.
That's the positives right there. Yep.
Exactly. Hold on. Let me see if I can find shit. I put an example out there.
If I could rap, they definitely wouldn't have me on the track because I'm like, oh, that's what we doing. I'm about to. It's about to bars.
Sabotage that bitch.
Right. Here you go. So this is my example. My nigga, good to see how you doing well and shit. How the fuck you been? Glad as fuck to hear you. Glad as fuck
Jeremy.
Fuck to hear that shit. It does a nigga so right to see you shining like a motherfucker. Keep that shit up, my nigga.
I don't know. Yeah,
they fucking hair back, bro. Like, come on, man. It is possible to cuss and be positive at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
They talking about you can't do this shit in the fucking boardroom. Nigga, we not in a boardroom.
In the boardroom, right.
This is hip-hop. Nigga,
right.
shit.
Who's freestyling in the boardroom?
I don't know, man.
Who's rapping in the boardroom?
That's what I'd have been like.
I don't get it. And they talking about the radio. I'm like, nigga, we got fucking 10 other songs. Pick another one for the radio. You know what I'm saying?
There's a song about wet ass pussy.
Who the fuck listens to the radio anyways?
There's a song about wet ass pussy.
There's a song called Wet Ass Pussy.
You're right. That is a song
called Wet Ass Pussy.
Yeah.
Yes. And that is the most happiest song I could ever think about. It's some wet ass pussy.
Man, he like I said, he been on some born again shit, and so I don't know. I've cussed way less in songs I've written recently. Like damn near, you know what I'm saying? There's probably in the last year or two, probably a couple songs I cussed on that I wrote, but I done cut it back significantly because I know how they feel. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
And you should be able to do this without cussing too. I mean, I think sometimes cussing is a lack of creativity. You know what I'm saying?
It is. Yeah, it is.
But other times it is the only way to express an emotion. You know what I'm saying?
What did Lauryn Hill say? I had a motherfucker just to make niggas hear me.
So you make niggas hear me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. So yeah, all that shit was about you, but nobody tags you in the shit. They tagged me, but they didn't bring you out because they didn't say nothing to you. You know what I'm saying?
I probably would have never
So
seen.
what did you do to piss them off?
For me?
Yeah.
I'm me. You know I am.
I'm about to say.
I get that. Because apparently they got pissed off about it.
This is me. We'll come on there. We just argue with each other and piss everybody off, nigga.
Yeah, y'all met me. Y'all did about 200 episodes with me.
But you right. You a lovable asshole. I mean, shit. At the end of the day, it's like, yeah, okay. I don't know. Motherfuckers be acting weird. All right. So
you know what? He pissing me off right now, man.
Right.
But you got, but make sure you add a curse word to it. That way, niggas know that you really pissed.
That way, you don't seem seem happy about
this
it.
motherfucker pissing me off. All right. We good?
Break bread with your brothers whenever possible.